everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Michelle Redman, and I am continuing the appetizers in the 1969 Betty Crocker Cookbook. And the official name of this episode or series is Off Your Rocker, Cooking with Betty Crocker. Again, hosted by me, Michelle Redman. I will, as often as I can, try to wear something from 1969 through the 70s. So today I have this beautiful, very large bowed tied shirt in front, which I actually find this style to be very cute. I would wear this now. In fact, I think I have some shirts like that. And then my apron, you won't be able to see it very much in the show, but it is a little kind of fall almost looking, very cute, mushrooms and squash and pumpkins, terry cloth, great to wipe your hands on, kind of an apron. Gotta have an apron on. Just gotta have an apron on. Even if it wasn't that era, it's great to have an apron on. So I love this one because I'm gonna wipe my hands on it and it will help. So let's get right to it. Today's episode, we're doing 3 appetizers and we are on dips. Today will be the Nippy blue cheese dip. I'm pretty excited about that. I love blue cheese. Actually, I love all cheese. I'm from Wisconsin. That's not why I love it, but we have lots of cheese here. So does anybody else love blue cheese? I know it's kind of like a love or hate relationship because it's got quite a smell, but it tastes delicious if you've never tried it. And who knows, sometimes making into a dip, it could taste totally different. So why not try something new? Or if you know you're going to a party or your family loves it, I think they're going to love this recipe. The next one, which would be, because here's the book. If you guys have this book, grab it. If you don't, just follow along, or maybe you guys just want to watch this just to watch things being made. Totally up to you. This is dip 1, 2, 3, 4. Nippy blue cheese is 5, and then 6 is dilled shrimp dip, which I love shrimp. Okay, I love just about everything, but the dilled dill, I love dill. There's dill growing fresh around the area. Oh my goodness, there's an alarm going off in the back. We have some weather issues happening. We may have a tornado. I don't know. But anyway, this is live and I'm rolling with it. If I have to bolt to the basement though, sorry, not sorry. Dilled shrimp dip. So that's going to be delicious. And then the last one, Dipsy Devil. There's some ingredients in there I've never used, maybe never eaten. I have no idea. This book is going to just be full of all that kind of stuff. So let's get going. Let's first start with, let me turn that down. That's just an alarm if there's weather in the area. And again, there may be a tornado on its way. Who knows? Prepare immediately for large scale and damaging wind. I'll keep it on a little bit just in case. Or if I hear a siren, I'm going to have to cut it short. Okay, you guys, let's get going on the Nippy blue cheese dip. If you don't have this cookbook, what I'm going to be doing is giving you guys the ingredients. So my last video would be giving the ingredients on what would be to come in the next episode. And by the way, I took my peppered cheddar dip, which was the one before, and the artichokes with that dip to a gathering over the weekend, and everybody really enjoyed it. It was really, really good. So I would really highly suggest those. Did anybody else try them? They were great. They were great. Again, sorry for the alarm in the background. It's a weather thing we have here in the house. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna move this way over here. There we go. How's that? Nice. Okay. ingredients that you will need if you want to run and get them quick, or you just tuned in, or you're like, I'd really love to know what's in that and I don't have the book, is 2 packages of 3 ounces cream cheese, 3 tablespoons milk, 1 tablespoon mayonnaise, or a salad dressing, which I don't even know. Is that ranch? I don't know what they would have used in 1969. A half a teaspoon Worcestershire sauce and a 4th cup crumbled blue cheese. Okay, so I had a little left over of the cream cheese, and there's a lot of different brands, so I don't think it's going to matter. I just kind of prefer this brand. So I had a little bit left over, so I'm just estimating that that is 3 ounces. Now, if you're going to do a bunch of dips, like look what I did. I could have just bought one big, larger container, but I was not thinking when I was shopping. So yeah, if you know, just buy a larger container because it might be cheaper to do that way. But here's 3 ounces. I'm gonna grab. I'm just gonna take some out of this next package. I guess overall, I don't know. I guess I prefer it in the tub, but maybe there's things that you would do with this block of cream cheese. I'm not sure, just by itself. So this packet here is 8 ounces total. Yes, there are definitely storms on their way, according to the Weather Channel. So just eyeball it, you guys. If this is 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to say about right there. Just actually on the side it tells you those are in ounces. That's all I need is all these ounces. I have not used a lot of sour cream, you guys. A lot of these things are new for me. Maybe I've never even sampled them. So if I look like I don't know what I'm doing, it's kind of because I don't know what I'm doing and it's all new to me. But look at that. I never even realized that. Right on the side, they have little, I don't know if you can see that or not, it's got little lines. So I can just cut right through the package like butter. Butter is like that. Except here's the thing. Make sure you have the 1 ounce where it starts, because I've noticed that it says 1 ounce way out here and there's no cream cheese right there. So 1, 2, 3. Put that in there. Got a garbage over there. I like to keep my area clean. I don't know about you guys, but I like to keep things cleaned. And even when things are baking, I like to do the dishes, because especially if you're like me and you're the only one that's going to be doing all that, like kind of take advantage of your time. Okay, so 2 package of 3 ounces each. I just had 3 ounces left. I added 3 more ounces, 3 tablespoons milk. I probably should have read what in the hell to do beforehand, but I did not. So here's what it says: blend cream cheese, milk, and mayonnaise, and Worcestershire sauce. So pretty much everything except the blue cheese at the end. Okay, 3 tablespoons of milk. I'll use my red table. I'll use my little set like this today, even though I love my little sliders. I love this little slider system. Now, I typically, I've talked about this before, I don't usually like do spices right over a bowl, and probably not such a large thing of milk like this, but I'm going to today. I do have a towel underneath my bowl, but if you're just careful enough, or like if you get your kids involved, you could have this all measured out and they could have poured it in right now. And let me tell you, if you can get your kids going with you on these things, they're gonna not only learn how to make food, they learn, they have fun, it keeps them busy, and they will want to try it. So there's a huge reason to try to get your kids involved with anything that you're preparing. I did that, and they both my kids can cook pretty much anything, but yeah, I think it's kind of a cool thing to get the kids in the kitchen. 1 tablespoon mayonnaise. I feel like I've not gone through so much mayonnaise in my entire life until I started doing this. I'm totally gonna cheat. I don't want to re-dip that milk tablespoon in here, but I've been cooking a long time and I may not have cooked all these recipes, but I have a pretty good eye on what a tablespoon would be. If you're totally new, definitely be measuring these things out. Just rinse your utensils out in between because I don't want to cross germ anything. Okay. Oops, I only did one. Oh no, I already did the milk. 1 tablespoon mayonnaise, so that's in there, and then the half a teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce. All right, I don't even know how to say that word. It's just Worcestershire. So again, I've done a lot of cooking, so I just know how to eyeball that. All right, there you go. Half a teaspoon of that. And maybe this would work better with like a little blender or something. So I am just use my spoon. You know, use what you got. It's great to have a lot of kitchen gadgets, and I do have them, but most things can still be done with just a little bit more arm grease. Is that what they call that? Just a little bit of elbow grease. Blend. I'm just kind of smashing it down. I usually like to make items in a bowl bigger than what it's going to go in because of the mess. That way, if it's slopping up the sides, it doesn't matter. You guys have any favorite recipes you use blue cheese in? I'm sure I've probably eaten this out before. I've just never made this dip. Pretty excited to use it in the way that the Betty Crocker Cookbook suggested. Okay. So I imagine you're going to want to get this pretty blended and smooth. I wouldn't say smooth, but you know, everything mixed. Not really much to this. For those of you that are like totally just following along while I'm cooking, I hope you're having fun. For those of you guys just watching and maybe gonna use for another time, I hope you're having fun. End of next month, I'm going to do a whole spread, which is a picture on the beginning of this cookbook for a party that I'm having. So that will be pretty exciting. But yeah, these are great little dips for your family, share with a neighbor, or bring somewhere that you're going. They're all pretty easy, so they're not hard to share. All right, there's that. And then the last thing is 4th cup crumbled blue cheese. So I am today using just crumbled blue cheese in a little packet like this. You can buy it in a block, which is the way I usually do it, but this was quick. And my 1/4 measuring cup got eaten up by the garbage disposal, so I do not have my original 70s that was passed down measuring cup, 1/4 cup anyway. So I can either, like I said, I've been doing this a long time and just eyeball it. Just eyeball that amount. Now, we love blue cheese. Well, I really love blue cheese, but for the recipe's sake, if you're bringing it somewhere or you knew the group loved blue cheese, you could put more. It's your recipe, you guys. If you like more of something, or if you see this recipe and you're like, I would really love to add onion and that kind of thing to it, you just go right ahead because it's your recipe. But for the most part, I'm sticking to the recipe for the show here. Pretty to the T for the first time. There are, I don't know if any of you guys like using a glass measuring bowl. Some people do, and I think with certain kind of cooking, it probably makes more sense. But this one does have a fourth. Does have a fourth. 1/4 on there. So maybe I'll just use it. Normally I would have just eyeballed it. There we go. So now I'm going to dump that in the middle. And when it just says fold the cheese in, the blue cheese in, that just means you're not trying to smash it and make it creamy anymore. It's just a matter of like getting it together without breaking up the crumbs of the blue cheese. I lost my top. Don't know where I put it. So with that, you're just gently going to kind of blend it. I'm sure it'd still be delicious if it was blended rough, but you're just gently folding it in. And then hopefully now it's blended up enough so when people are dipping whatever they're going to dip in here, I'll get to what we're going to dip next. Show you guys what the cookbook says. But they're going to get a little blue cheese in every bite. Okay, I'm going to use, I did pick up some different like glass bowls to use for these dips. I think for this one, I'm going to use this bowl. Usually get it all the way out with my spoon first. And then use spatula because there's so much left on the bowl. It's kind of amazing, you guys, if you scrape this all out, how much more you may have just wasted if you wouldn't have done just that. So I do that. I don't like wasting. So there you go. That is the first dip. Take your spoon and get that off of there. Oh my gosh. I know you can't smell it, but if you love blue cheese, it smells so good. Now, something with this, I don't know. This is just something that I do. I will usually, depending on what I have as a dip, I will try to top off like any kind of item to show like my guests what is in the dip, like when it's just first being displayed. So I will throw a little bit of crumbled blue cheese on top of that just to kind of show, not that you can't smell it because you can, but just to show that this is a blue cheese dip. I still don't see that. Oh, here we go, my lid. Now this cookbook says to bring out the zip in the dip, use tart red skinned apple slices as the dunkers. So I bought Red Delicious. I just got a few single apples. Try that. And then I've got this JONAGOLD, Jonagold. Sure, I've eaten them before. Just didn't know that's what I was eating. Apple to try. Oh, I'm just going to use this one. So I'm going to wash this apple good. Be right back. Like, I wash all my fruits and vegetables, even the ones that you think, why would you wash that? I just do. And, you know, that's a whole nother thing with the dirty dozen and the ones that are cleaner and organic or not. But just do what you guys can, you know, what you can. But I would always wash your hands before you start cooking. Because look at, I'm touching all this stuff, and definitely wash your fruits and vegetables. Even if it's just you, right? You don't want to get sick. Okay. So I have a little plate. I figured I'm going to end up using this plate to put my dip. This milk. I don't know if I've ever had apple and blue cheese together. Really don't remember. Really, really, really don't. Okay, so I would just maybe go like this. I've said it before, I'll probably say it every time. You guys, having a really nice knife set, and especially something you like in your hand and that cuts really well, just watch yourself. Really pay attention to when you're cutting. Makes such a difference in your cooking. Does anybody agree with that? Had your experiences? It's just so frustrating if I don't have a sharp knife or something that just feels good while I'm prepping things. So if I was doing this for a group, I would probably have like 4 apples cut up and on maybe a little bit of a bigger plate, but just for at home, right here is good. And with a little spoon like that. So your guests can take a little bit out, and maybe you would have, or maybe instead of a spoon, I would probably usually always have a spoon if I was serving this, but little toothpicks in the apples. Just do what works for you and your family, or what you're going to do going to a party. So there you go. There's the first one. That is called Nippy Blue Cheese Dip. Move that over. The next one is called Dill Shrimp Dip. Let's get mixing up, huh? I'm gonna use my little maybe not that yet. I'm not gonna use that yet. I love that one though. I'm just using this for the show because it's orange. It's that color on the 69 and 70s, and it does not have the lid, but whatever. Trying to mimic the era as best as I can. But I do like this color a lot. Look at it matches my apron. Okay, so for this one, you guys, we're gonna need the milk, and just a little milk, 1 1/4 cup milk, 1 package 8 ounce of cream cheese, 1 can of the shrimp, this can of shrimp. This does come in tiny, and I think it was like medium, whole, chopped. They had a whole assortment of different brands, it seemed, and then just different ways that you can buy it. So I thought that was kind of cool for a recipe like this. I think the tiny will be the way to go. And if you couldn't find tiny, just make sure you cut it up small, because again, you're trying to spread it throughout the dip. Lemon juice, Worcestershire sauce, garlic salt, and dill weed. Okay, blend the milk gradually into the cream cheese. So this is an entire packet of 8 ounce cream cheese. Right into the bowl. Before I start cooking, you guys, I usually try to get all my ingredients out. If it's things like milk and stuff, I'll put it away when I'm done. But for the most part, just keep it all out, clean as you go, have everything ready. I just think it makes it so much easier and less frustrating to do it that way. Plus, if you don't have something, then you know then to go get it or to learn how to improvise. And yeah, so that would be important. So there's the cream cheese. 1/4 milk. So this had blue cheese in it. Let me just get this out of here. Not necessarily like washing it, but I'm just getting it out. guess if you set it down, it's going to be a little bit more accurate. Now I put a little too much in. I'm not going to put it all in then, I guess. Too much in. So blend the milk gradually into the cream cheese. That was not gradual. I dumped it all in. I'm not sure it's going to make a difference. Now, if you're using a blender, yeah, do it a little slow. But I'm just using this bowl and then using my knife, or I mean my spoon, just smashing it down. I wanted to do it this way so you guys could see that if you don't have a blender, I mean, yeah, they're great to have, and I do have one, but if you don't, or even a hand mixer, you can still make these dips. You've just got to have patience. So it's already almost blended. Pretty good anyway. So here in Wisconsin, just as much as probably anywhere, there are a lot of football fans and gatherings and things like that where I think any of these appetizers, any of these dips that are in this cookbook would be great. Yes, I'm a Packer fan. I suppose I don't have to be just because I live here, but that is what I choose. So go Packers. And yes, we do wear cheese hats. Not like all the time, but game time maybe, yeah. You don't just run around like the grocery store with cheese hats on. Maybe on game day though. Maybe on game day as you were like getting this ready and you're like, oops, I forgot something. You might run with your cheese hat on. I don't know. You could wear one at home. Who cares, right? I guess it doesn't have to be cheese. It doesn't have to be Packer day. It does not have to be game day. But yeah, we don't just like run around regularly with cheese hats on. But you know, we get picked on a little bit for that. Probably get picked on a little for everything, huh? What state doesn't? Every state gets a little picked on. It's okay. It's all good. Okay, so there's my blended milk into the cream cheese. I think it looks good. Stir in the shrimp and the lemon juice. All right. So I love this Pampered Chef. I'm not a Pampered Chef consultant, but you probably know someone that is. But this Pampered Chef can opener, I just love it. It makes the top not sharp, so you'll see what I mean when it's done. It's got this little thing to grab the top, and this is not sharp. And I love that. I totally love that. All right, I'm gonna go rinse this quick, guys. Guys, gals, kids. Okay. Look at those cute little shrimp. Get in there. All right, they all got in. Thanks for cooperating. Lots of little shrimpies in there. Okay. Lemon juice. All right, so there's different options. You can use a lemon. Like I love having cut up lemons and limes, so I do usually have either they're already cut up or whole. But I also, because it seems like a lot of things I do, whether it's just putting it in my water or other recipes that I use, I go through so much that I just get lemon juice in a bottle. So here's just one. It's an organic, 100% organic lemon juice. If you buy it like this, just make sure that it's just all juice and not like something there was a bunch of sugar added. This is just juice, just lemon juice. How much did it say? Short-term memory loss, a teaspoon. All right, I'm going to use my little slider. Again, you may or may not want to do it right over your bowl. Trust your instincts. I feel really good about doing that with certain things. But again, you wouldn't want this entire thing to fall into your bowl. And it has happened. So beware. There's my beware to you. All right. The Worcestershire sauce, the garlic salt, and the dill weed. So pretty much everything else here. Okay, so 1 teaspoon Worcestershire sauce. I don't know, like I usually shake lots of things before I pour. I don't know if things settled to the bottom or not on these. I love this stuff. Love it. A half a teaspoon garlic salt. So here's what happened, you guys. I'm out of garlic salt. I have garlic granulated or powder. It's garlic powder. So if that happens to you, just mix a little salt in with this, and then there you go. That's your garlic salt, half a teaspoon. I'm not going to do this over my bowl because the whole thing could dump. Don't want that to happen. There, I made my own garlic salt. Yes, I washed my hands. And the dill weed, a 1/4 teaspoon. So again, if you have a little 1/4 teaspoon, use that. Otherwise, on a teaspoon, it's just 1/4 of this little area to give you guys an idea of what that would look like. It's tiny. And if you cooked a bunch, you can eyeball that. With the top like that, with the little holes, I'm just going to shake some in. There you go. If that was open, I would have done it with my hand and then put it in. Make sure your lid is secure. I've had that whole thing pop off before, so I knew this one because I checked it earlier. It's very tight. Yeah. Smells good. Smells really good. I see what's going to happen. This seems really liquidy, so I can see that once I refrigerate it for an hour, it's going to thicken up. So that's it. Whew, smells good. Love dill. Love it. I'll transfer this to, let's see if it fits in this one. Oh, this green bowl. Ooh, perfect. Yeah, that'll definitely thicken up in an hour. So I'll let you guys know the next time what I thought about that one. Actually, I'll let you know. I'll let you know what I think of all 3 of these next time. I didn't need to wait on the nippy blue cheese. I am going to try that. Forget it. I'm not waiting till the next time on that one. Cover and refrigerate for at least an hour, all night. So you can make this a whole day ahead or 2 days ahead for going to a party, which makes the party so much more relaxing when you can get that stuff done ahead and not that day. But do what works for you. Considering I can pretty much see the shrimp on top, that's cool because you want people to kind of know what is it. You could put like a little lemon wedge in here. Get one that I already have going here like this, maybe like a little circle, one with a circle. This is just to let people know, hey, this is just to let them know, hey, this has got a little lemon in it. Maybe sprinkle a little dill, or right now I have fresh dill, it's out in my garden, but I just sprinkle a little on top. That's pretty. I think the fresh on top laid, just a little piece would be kind of cute. And then it said something about offer the seafood treat in an elegant shell. Well, I don't have one, and garnish with a whole shrimp. So I do agree. I think if I just lay some shrimp few, whether it's on a toothpick or a cute little poker stick, you know, like one of these little sticks. But I would definitely lay these out. I'm gonna go like this. There we go. Yeah, I would like the little piece of fresh dill across the top. There you go. That's how I'm doing it. How are you guys doing it? I would love to hear. So I'm going to put a little saran wrap on that one and set it aside. I'm not going to forget. I'm going to try this right now. This blue cheese with the apples. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. I'm so good. It's so good. I've never had apples and blue cheese together. And now I think I'm addicted. Definitely, definitely try this. You know, they do make more tart of an apple than this red. I mean, I can see why it's the red. It is pretty, but I would probably put some green, some very green, um, more tart than the red. Next to it would be really good. Mmm, that is so good. Delicious. Okay, let's make the last one. Use my little glass bowl with my top. I love this bowl. Dipsy double. 1 jar, 5 ounces cream cheese with pimentos. I could not find that. I could not find cream cheese in a jar, number one. So does that even still exist? I don't know. I couldn't find it. And then with the pimentos, no, I couldn't. So I bought cream cheese and then I bought pimentos separate. And that's what I'm going to do. Five ounces. Pretty much what I have left. Close enough. A little more than that. Probably a little more than that. Ah, hell with it. Throw it all in. It might be a little more than 5, but something my grandma would say. To hell with it. She was a character. She's the person that I have a huge inspiration is my grandma to most all my cooking, and my mom and some other people in my life. But yeah, she had some pretty good sayings. She didn't hold back. 1 can, 2 1/4 ounce deviled ham. All right, I have never used this. This just says deviled ham spread. I hope I did the right thing. I don't know. This was just so cute in this little package. Is this how it usually comes? I don't know. Oh, I better not rip that all off. How much do I need again? This is 4.25. Oh, I don't only need half of this. So I could make this again. Right, I'm going to use half of this jar. I'm just looking at the calories. Okay. Who knows? Maybe there's a few recipes ahead that would use the other half of this. But if not, I'll just make. I have a feeling I know some people that would love this dip. So, otherwise, you could have doubled it. If you end up getting a jar like this, just double your whole recipe. Which, in fact, sometimes I think recipes. I don't know, like some of these dips and like different parties I would have gone to, I would have had to brought way more than what that was. But maybe if you bring 3, it wouldn't matter. But I could see bringing an entire thing of like the blue cheese one. That one would definitely go over well. So just know that if you need to double things, it's like, wow, this isn't going to be enough. Just make it as, as big or double, triple, quadruple as much of it as you need. 1/4 cup mayonnaise or salad dressing. I'm going to use. Somebody's honking outside. 1/4 cup. I'm gonna get rid of that milk. It is so dark outside, you guys, and it's like the middle of the day. We've been having some crazy weather lately. Just pouring that right in there. Let's see if I can. Is there any left in this one? Oh no. It's getting down to nothing. I do make my own mayonnaise sometimes, but I didn't recently. So I've just been using this avocado mayonnaise. I'm not a big fan of like the light. I just think there's more sugar added to that, so we just use like whole fats. See, you guys, I don't waste. You gotta get a little spatula. If you don't have one of these, you just really need to buy one. Go to your thrift stores. Maybe somebody's not using one. You know, they're like, oh, I'm never going to use mine. You know, friends switch out on some things that you guys have. You have something you need, vice versa. But you don't have to buy a brand new. Again, a lot of things can just be found at thrift places or garage sales. Okay, so if this was completely flat, this would be a 4, maybe a little more than needed, but I have a little more cream and cheese than needed. I'm going to be really in trouble when I get to the breads in the bakery, I think, because I am so used to just like not being precise, and I know that's going to be important, but I'll learn my lesson. Considering I have no idea how many of these would have been in, wow. Ugh. My muscles. All right, I don't know about you guys, but when I can't get something open, I just tap on the outside of this lid. Oh, there, that was way better. I have no idea how many would have been in the cream cheese. I just have to guess. I'm gonna use about that much. Just one little spoon. Get in there. Start mixing this up. Okay, so I've got the cream cheese with the pimento, 1 can of the deviled ham, the mayonnaise. Basically, this just combine all your ingredients and in a small mixer bowl, beat until creamy, or use your spoon, or use your hand mixer. You know, it takes a little longer with the spoon, but whatever. It still works. Smells good. It smells really good. Yeah. Again, I've probably tried these different things at different parties. I just didn't know what was all in it. Who knows? I'm just like pressing my spoon down. I'm just smashing it. Smells so good. I like the little pimentos in there. It's just giving it that little extra color, and I know it'll give it that flavor. Well, I haven't even gotten that far into the book, and this whole thing has really opened my eyes to like different things I probably walked by in the store and never saw, and maybe it just takes different grocery stores for me to get to that would have like the cream cheese with the pimentos in it. Maybe they don't even make it that one anymore. I have no idea. 2 tablespoons of the snipped parsley. 2 tablespoons. So I have I've been growing parsley this summer. I have a rabbit, so she gets a very nice large salad every day. She is a free range, meaning like she doesn't run around the whole house. She's potty trained. She's adorable. She's not running around the whole house, just through several rooms. Um, but she loves parsley. Loves it. I actually really like parsley too. It's really good for you. Put on salads, and it used to come like as just a little decoration on the side, but that's why in a way I was a little surprised to see it in the recipe, but I don't know. I guess not totally that surprised. So you could snip this or cut my board. Always watch your fingers, everyone. And again, you take the top part. So my top part of my knife is not going to come up, and I'm just going back and forth. So this part's down. I'm just going back and forth quickly. Oh, it smells so good. Parsley. Using the back side of my knife to lift it up. I'm going to just eyeball that's 2 tablespoons. Back side of my knife so I don't make this side dull. Okay. In there. 1 tablespoon minced onion. Coming right up. Okay. The minced is nice in these recipes because that way every time somebody has a bite, they're going to get a little of everything in it. But you could do a little chunky in there too. Wouldn't have to be minced, but like I said, I think it's nice when people can get a little of all of it. When I'm just cooking on my own, like not doing this as a show, I use a way bigger cutting board so I have more space, and I highly recommend it. But for showing you guys, I just have it like in this little area on this little cutting board. Onions flying everywhere. You know, they do make little chopper, like little gadgets and stuff. And I do have one of those too, but I'm just trying to mimic what would it have been like in 1969 cooking these recipes. So if anybody knows what they would have had as gadgets, that would be really cool to know. When I was born, so it's not like I was completely aware of what was going on, but even as a kid, you know, I'm sure I helped with a lot of these things, but I just don't remember. Okay. That's probably more than a tablespoon, but we love onions, so I'm going to go for it. Oh, guys, this one smells really good. Why do I feel like I'm going to say that on almost all of these, but seriously, this one smells good. It's cute and it's colorful. Oh, never would have guessed that deviled ham thing, but that was in there. Okay, I actually went and bought some of this, so now I have it. It was out, and if you guys missed the last one, I used red can powder with white distilled vinegar, mixed it, and it seemed to do the job for a substitute. 4 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4. A little goes a long way with that. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. Another one. Don't judge me. So, for now, I'm just gonna show you guys this. It looks good. It smells good. I'm gonna put the top on. I don't think there'd be anything that I would really be able to, you know, put on top other than probably some parsley. You know, now maybe with this bowl, I do love this bowl, so I would take it just like this. I would have it closed and bring it to a party or to the family table, but it could easily be put into a cute little bowl, little container like this. And this one's not really saying what you would serve it with, but I thought just crackers. So if I had it in the other bowl on a plate, I'd put the crackers around it. What would you guys use for this one? What would you use for the Dipsy Double? It has the little double ham in it. I don't know. Love to hear what you'd say. Just always looks pretty with a little bit of parsley on it or whatever you used to give your family or guests a little idea of what they're about to dig into. So there you go, you guys. Hope you enjoyed this episode with, you know what? That one I didn't even need. Oops, there goes the alarm again. I could have tried that one, but I'm not ready with the crackers. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the blue cheese. Nippy blue cheese dip. It is so dark outside. And gonna get this one in the refrigerator, the dilled shrimp dip, and the Dipsy Double. There you go. Hope to see you guys next time. I'll let you know what I think of these officially. Hopefully there's not a tornado on its way. Sure glad I didn't hear a siren outside, but my gosh, it's very, 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 very dark outside. There's a huge storm coming, but where I didn't have to run to my basement during live, that would have been very entertaining. I would have been gone. I just been disappeared. So I'm glad that didn't happen. Okay, the next time, let's do in a day or so the dried beef dip, which you will need 1 cup of creamed cottage cheese, which is just small curd cottage cheese, 2 tablespoons milk, 2 to 3 tablespoons horseradish, a half a teaspoon instant minced onion, and 1 envelope of 2.5 ounces of dried beef. I don't even know what that is, so I'm gonna have to figure that out. Does anybody know? Can anybody help me out? The next dip after that, California onion slim dip. All right, that one has skim milk, cottage cheese, and an envelope of the dry onion soup mix. And the one after that, let's go for 3. Going for 3 the next time. A fruit and cheese dip. That one is skim milk, lemon juice, a cup of dry cottage cheese. That's just large curd cottage cheese. They called it dry curd. That is too funny. 1/4 cup of our safflower oil. This is our safflower oil. Salt, garlic salt, some soda crackers, and 1 large orange and 1 large red apple. Why does it say our safflower oil? What does that even mean? Okay, well, find out. If anybody knows, if anybody has this cookbook, is on page 14 of Dips, the 1969 Betty Crocker Cookbook. I would love all comments, the ups, the downs. What did you think? Are you excited about this? As I get this channel and show going, I'll try to be a little bit more organized, but I'm trying to keep it real. I'm trying to keep it fun, where you maybe, dress up along, have a little party yourself. And that's what it's all about. You can get your kids involved. And I would love to hear if you have any memories, if you were born in 69 or after, or you are now and you just have memories of your childhood. It doesn't matter. What sticks out as time spent in the kitchen and who with. It's a bonding time. It's a time of learning. It's a time of sharing and laughing and all that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I hope you enjoy the many, 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 many more to come. And you guys have a great day. I'm going to put my stuff away, and maybe I will be heading to the basement soon. I have no idea, but safety, everybody, and health and good wishes to you all. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.